All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 2M in Sweden. Actually, rewind, check it. What up? What up? How's
Hey,
everyone doing?
whoa, ouch.
It's one of your hosts of the show, Hayes at AO Shifty, with the one, the only Steven at Steven_Springs. Steven, how you been? How's life treating you? What's been new in your world?
Um, Nothing really, man.
Mhm,
School starts next week, next Monday. So we're enjoying the final weekend of the summer, basically.
mhm.
Um, not, yeah, dude, not a whole lot. We've been cruising lately, which is great.
Yeah.
Um, Football season is slowly approaching. Um, I'll just talk about the quick slants. Unfortunately, well, yeah, unfortunately, not going to be getting Jay Hill on this week. They're
Okay.
just like neck deep in camp. Timing just didn't work out, which I kind of expected that, just knowing where they
Hmm.
are in the process and how close the season is. But hopefully, we're going to chop it up in the coming days and get some questions answered. If not, I'll definitely get some answers from him and
Yeah.
then just get a couple things. But ideally, put the quick sends out Thursday or Friday, depending on when I can talk to him. And then next week will
Hmm.
be game prep. Nevada is next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday.
Hmm.
But if you want to transition into week 0, we can do so.
No, we're not doing that yet because I got to talk about the quick slants, and you are going to talk about these bleachers that you talked about on.
Dog. Yeah. Right. So, okay. Penn State Stadium, Beaver Stadium, they are doing renovations on the stadium, and they will not be
Hmm.
done until I think 2027, I believe it is.
Hmm.
They're doing the whole like west side of the stadium, redoing everything, tore down the um, press box, all that, and they're making new like luxury boxes, all that kind of good stuff. It's gonna be super dope.
Yeah.
Renderings are awesome, and it's the first time Beaver Stadium has been touched in a long time, very long time. So it's a
Hmm.
massive stadium already, but they got to do like you know reinforce everything. The Wi-Fi sucks. Pipes are not meant for the winter time. They want to
Yeah.
host Stanley Cup stuff. They want to host. NHL stuff. They want to host other things. So yeah. Anyway, they where the press box was, they tore that down and they're building it up and they're putting or they have put temporary bleachers up there. And let me say the company who is doing the bleachers is the same company that does the bleachers for the Waste Management Open now in Phoenix. And they set up all
Hmm.
the grandstands. So like this company knows what they're doing. They get paid millions of dollars to do these types of projects. This is planned out. I work with architects. This is planned out so far in advance, right? How they're going to do this.
Yeah.
But when you look at them, and I've tweeted some pictures out about the bleachers, it doesn't look safe.
No.
And not in
I
like not in
know
any way.
how it's standing
It do
right on
not look
top of
safe.
it.
It looks like they just took bleachers from a high school stadium and put them on top, and like the slightest gust of wind is going to just knock the whole thing over.
Yeah.
Now, however, I did see a video today. Former Penn State linebacker Mike Motti, shout to Motti, one of
Shout
the
out.
homies. He every Penn State fan is talking about this. It's all in a joking way, but like I want some answers. I just want to know it's safe, right? My seats are not up
Hmm.
there, so like I don't have to worry about it. But like, just want to make sure they're
Still.
good. Again, obviously we know the company knows what they're doing, but
Yeah.
Monty took it upon himself, took some of the players up, and like showed everybody, hey, we're good. Like we can sit up here. Like you guys can be okay. Because like imagine it, Oregon, late fourth quarter, tied at 27.
Rocking.
Drew Rattler throws a bomb
Rocking.
down the middle of the field. Kyron Hudson for a touchdown. Penn State wins. Whole stadium's coming down, dude.
Yeah, I
Whole
know.
thing's whole thing's coming down quickly. So just want to make
Hmm.
sure that wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, dude, football season is cannot come soon enough.
Yeah. So my next thing I got for you, and then we'll dive into week 0. Who do you think hates the team more? Your hatred for Pitt or my hatred for the Jags?
Um, Probably your hatred for the Jags, at least right now, because Pitt is not
Okay.
impacting me in any capacity. But yeah, fuck the Jags. Just fuck
Fucking
the
Jags.
Jags. That's right.
That's the
What
first thing
happened
I
now?
heard. No, nothing yet. I'm saying it because on your
Uh,
show you end up saying fuck Pitt. And I
oh
was like,
yeah,
the Those are
Yeah,
the two things, because you were going through
that's
the rankings and then you said that Pitt wasn't ranked.
good point. Good point. You do say fuck the Jags. I think on every episode. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
that one. I'll give
So
you that one.
so that's the one thing I wanted to bring up. Now let's go into week 0. Talk about, there's not many games that are with ranked opponents in them, but tell us your thoughts on going into everything.
I think it's just good to have it back. And yes, the matchups, we have to wait till August 30th for there to be, the matchups, of course. But there are
Yeah.
still ranked teams. And next week I'll run through. Well, this week I'll run through some the Saturday slate. It starts on Saturday. The annual now matchup in Dublin, Ireland. Iowa
Hmm.
State versus Kansas State, ranked
Yeah.
matchup. I don't know what either team is really expecting, but nonetheless, Boise State kicks off next week on the 28th. Boise State takes on South Florida. So I think also, did I see this correctly? That Colorado plays. When do they play? Regardless, they play Friday night, the 29th. They 8 o'clock on ESPN. So the new era of Colorado football takes place. Also,
Hmm.
did you see? I don't know if you saw this, but Auburn football is trying to claim, I think, 4
These
more national
championships.
titles.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Like, you can't. Like, did you win it? It's a yes or no. Either you
That's what I
won
was
the
trying to
national
figure
title.
out.
Yeah, either you won the national title or you didn't. Penn State could maybe claim, I don't know, 10, whatever. I'm just throwing it out there.
What does
They've
this
only
mean?
really, they've only won 2. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Auburn went undefeated in 2004, I think it was,
Hmm.
and they went 13-0 undefeated, but it was the BCS. So like it was, I think the
Yeah.
top 3 teams were all undefeated, and like they're not moving, not moving them. So they're claiming, I think that one too. They've only won, I think, like one recent one. So I don't know what
Hmm.
that I don't know what that means, but I'm not here for that. It's
So
Auburn. No one cares.
that's the other thing. Yeah, I thought you were gonna bring up that they're gonna retire Cam's jersey.
Oh yeah, shout out to Cam
But
Newton
we'll
though.
Yeah, shout out. So we'll bring up all that in a second. There's a ton of stuff I have saved for us to talk about in terms of college football, and then it goes into one funny thing that I'll do. I want to go through some of the quick hitters, more so on the NBA side of stuff that I have, and then also Rich Eisen. So I'll start with that. Did you hear about that? He's back on ESPN. Some people are crying because they're so happy that he's finally back after, what was it, 20 years?
I did see that, and I just don't really care.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm not. ESPN has been dead to me for so long that it's going to take a lot more than that, because it's just not what it was. It's just not the same. Like,
Hmm.
unless they go back to that format, which you and I remember it well. You had actual sports highlights, very minimal talking heads. And when they were talking about the game that they just showed.
Yeah.
And then the rundown on the side, like, you know, 7 a.m. in the morning, waiting for, like, before school starts back in the day, watching that. Yeah, that was it, man. That was
Hmm.
life. That was the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't tell you last time I watched Sports Center. I might have it on, and we'll catch Scott Van Pelt, after the Monday night game, or there's an NBA game on late, whatever it is. But actively
Hmm.
watching it, dude, like 11 o'clock Sports Center, back in the day, before bed, before, like, on school night,
That was,
and just waking
yeah.
up and getting the new one, like, in the morning. Dude, nothing like it. These kids have no idea.
Nope, at all. So
Shame.
that was the first thing I wanted to end up bringing up. The next part, we'll go into the NBA. There's a couple of things. First thing, I'll tell everyone, I don't know if I said it last week, I have added a new season ticket team to the portfolio, and that is the
Mm.
Houston Rockets.
Oh.
I don't necessarily want to admit how much this costs. Let's just say it was an arm and a leg, and
Yep.
probably one of
Of
my as well at that point,
Mhm.
14,000. And so the thing I want to start off with is national TV games. They've announced the schedule. Number one, tied for number one, it's a 4-way tie. It's the Thunder, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Knicks, all with 34 games. nationally televised. The Timberwolves and the Rockets are both 28 games. So that's another reason why I focus so much on the Rockets. The Nuggets are at 26 nationally televised games. The Celtics 25, the Cavs 24, the Mavericks 23. You can guess why the Mavs have 23. Just the different pieces that they have down there is a big reason for that. Other part as to why I wanted to bring this up is we've been hearing it for a minute now in terms of the different streaming services and platforms that are going to be taking over these different games. So they laid out that schedule.
Oof.
You have to just have money to have NBA and NFL games at this point, all of them, because Mondays is going to be Peacock, Tuesdays is NBC and Peacock, Wednesdays is ESPN, Thursdays is Amazon Prime, Fridays is Amazon Prime and ESPN, Saturdays is Amazon Prime and ABC, Sundays is ABC, NBC, and Peacock. Back in the day, we just had TNT, ESPN, and you had ABC, and you could just call it a day at that. And this is where they make so much of their money from. The other part that I wanted to bring up, which I really do appreciate about having NBA tickets now, because I can see this. If you look on a per game basis, NBA tickets are more expensive than NFL tickets. And the reason is partially NFL's TV revenue is so much more than the NBA. So you're still charging so much more for that. NFL only has 16 games. You really only get 8 to 9 home games, and those could be cheaper than going to an NBA game. Some of these NBA games in decent seats are going to cost you $200. You can sit in a lower bowl at an NFL game for in the hundreds still, but it shows you, and there's less players in the NBA, but yet they're damn near getting close to $60-70 million a year, and they don't have as much TV revenue yet compared to the NFL. NFL above and beyond, their packages are insane what they have. So that's the first thing. What are your thoughts on the different streaming services that we're seeing out there now, and also the amount of teams that are getting that many nationally televised games?
Well, what really sucks is those West Coast games are going to start at like 11 p.m. now.
Hell yeah. Yep.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like, that's a ton of Laker games. Ton of Lakers games. So many Laker games. Like, like I know I'm going to do it. Like, I know I'm going to stay up for like at least a half hour, 45 minutes. And that shit's not going to start till like 11:15 anyways.
Nope.
Right? Because like those games go over and like they got to talk about the game. And like, dude, just start the game at 11. Please.
Yep,
like if you're going to do it, you have to start at 11. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm sure that's going to be a problem. So, but anyway, it's a lot. Again, it was so simple back in the day. You had ESPN, ESPN2. That's it. Like there's no ESPNU didn't come along for a while. ESPN News, if you had to have a special package for that one. TNT, Fox, ABC, NBC, and CBS. You had what you needed. Now there's you got to have the coin for that, and I don't.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Shout out to the homies who do and can provide you with their login, and you can use it for that game. Or crack streams and meth streams come back, and that saves so much trouble, dude. Only the real ones know about those sites. But it's a lot, and I don't feel like doing all that. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, how many? Is this gonna make people want to watch the NBA more? Because they can it's because they're gonna have like that kind of access to it.
You can watch this listen to this on podcast.
But yeah, like I don't have the time for all that. That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
I don't love the NBA like I used to.
It has to get closer to the playoffs for me to actively focus and look into a lot of those. Other part, we're going to switch back gears into college football-ish, and then we'll dive into the NFL for anyone wondering what direction we're taking. Steven, I don't know how much you follow Kansas Jayhawks and what their donor situation is, but did you hear about the large donation that they received?
Yep, $300 million.
Do you know who that person is?
I don't.
I looked him up, as I do sometimes with these different things. So his name is David Booth. So he's an American businessman, inventor, and philanthropist, and he's also serves on the chairman of Dimensional Fund Advisors, and he co-founded it with someone. So essentially, he's stupid money. He also got his Master's of Science in Business from the University of Kansas. And then he also enrolled at the University of Chicago for the School of Business too. So he's from the Kansas area. It's just wild how some people just have this money. It's a tax write-off for anyone that doesn't know.
Sure.
That's a super easy way to end up doing that. But the fact that you're donating that much, you know damn well he's going to have his name written all over that place. He gets free whatever he wants to, all the connections, and then he will also have a say in how some of the stuff is done there. But if you had $300 million, is that what you're doing with it?
Yeah, it's going right to Penn State football.
See? So there you go. For me,
dude, come on. Whatever I have to do, like if I got to be the next Connor Stallions, I've already told Jay Hill, like, hey, dude, if you guys need someone, I got you. It's only going to cost you guys $20 million, 10-year, like no show, and you're good. So yeah, sign me up, dude. Whatever it takes to win, I'm all in.
Other part is, just for anyone that doesn't know, Booth also in 1999 gave $10 million for construction to the University of Chicago's campus. And Booth also pledged a gift valued at $300 million in 2008 to the University of Chicago's Graduate School of Business.
Of course.
So,
sure.
The money just grows on trees for him. That's one thing I wanted to bring up, because they said one of the focuses is upgrading the stadium and then also driving more revenue to that school just in general for football. Next part, because I brought up different money things. Did you see Mark Davis's new $14 million mansion that they've been working on?
Yes, I did.
How it's essentially shaped like the stadium, Allegiant.
Yes. Also stupid money.
Stupid money, yeah. And you look at it and you just realize that although I know it, Vegas is a straight desert. There's like nothing out there.
Nothing.
Where it sits on it. And then I'm over here just looking at it thinking, how the hell does water get there? Where does electricity come from? Clearly, it has to be solar energy at that point. Why the hell would you want your house in that hot ass area? But that's the other thing I wanted to bring up. The final couple of things, because we're going to use this to segue back into college football and stuff. Number one, do you know or did you hear about the linebacker Isaiah Williams and his recruitment journey?
Isaiah Williams. No.
High school. Okay. So we're going to walk through this because on August 15th, this man ended up, what did he do? So he committed to Florida State from Ole Miss. For anyone that doesn't know, you probably have heard about him since 2023 because he started his commitment journey in 2023, committing to Louisville, decommitted in January 2024, April 2024, committed to Syracuse, decommitted in August 2024, committed to Florida State in September of 2024, decommits from Florida State in November of 2024, commits to Florida Gators in March of 2025, flips his commitment to Ole Miss in May of 2025, and then flipped it now to Florida State in August of 2025.
Wait, is he in high school?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What?
Yeah.
Is he a
straight money. He's like, the number one linebacker.
I don't know, dude. How can you trust that?
That's what I'm saying. Florida State should not believe that they're going to have him.
Yeah, because once you get there, it's not like you're locked in. I don't think these dudes even sign national letters of intent anymore. I don't think they do that anymore because you're not locked into anything.
No.
The starting left tackle for Alabama, Caden Proctor. Same thing happened to him. Not as many times, but he committed to Bama, then transferred to. So he was already at school, signed with Bama, 5-star left tackle from Iowa of all places. I think he grew up like in Iowa City, where the Hawkeyes are. Committed to Bama, went to Bama, transferred to Iowa for stupid money. I think a couple mil, and then transferred back to Alabama. So he's there now. I think locked in because he's probably getting stupid money there too. But
yeah,
that's crazy. No,
they didn't do this before.
Send him to like somewhere, dude. Send him off to somewhere else.
Yeah. My next thing, because we brought up college sports, do you want to talk at all about Michigan and then their fine that they received, and also Sharon Moore doing an additional game? You were talking big game on Twitter. That's why I got to bring it up with you.
So, I mean, look, this is okay. So Michigan did not get punished for their cheating scandal. Back it up even more. Stealing signs happens all the time. It's a thing. It's a known thing. It happens like in every sport almost, but football in general, because there's a lot. So Michigan, Connor Stallions, Harbaugh, like everybody else, just was dumb enough to get caught in the length at which they went to A, do it, and B, not to get caught, and then C, to lie about it and get caught lying. Everything that could have happened to Michigan in order for them to get super, super fucked by the NCAA happened. And and the NCAA did nothing about it. Like, and I said this, and I know how it's going to come off, but like, I can't say it without people jumping at me. Ohio State got a postseason ban. They went 12-0 that year. They got postseason ban for tattoos. We've seen like teams do less and get punished more. I know what happened to Penn State is not anything you can compare, and I'm not doing that. But Penn State got the death penalty. Nothing. It feels like nothing that ever happens to these teams like impacts them on the field. The tattoos, what happened to Penn State, what happened at other schools with academic scandals, like on the field, a lot of that has nothing to do with like the game itself. What Michigan did had a direct impact on them winning a national title. It had like everything that happened, it had direct impact on them winning games for like two seasons, and nothing happened to them. Like the other thing is the NCAA had the audacity to say that we're not going to punish the current student athletes for something that happened to, that had nothing to do with them. First of all, there are absolutely guys on the team now that were on those teams. Except the later ones, the team that won a national title, there's still guys on the team from that team. Second of all, the NCAA does that all the time. They punish schools. USC lost their entire football program for like a decade because of they lost the national title. Reggie Bush got his Heisman stripped. They lost games. Like nothing, basically nothing that USC ever did exists in like the early 2000s. They had like the longest winning streak. Nothing doesn't exist. Everything eventually got put back to where it should be. But the NCAA does that all the time. These investigations, these the scandals that happen, whatever happens, the penalties, it takes forever. It takes like a year. This was a whole year, basically, almost a full calendar year until they came out and said what the punishment was for Michigan. I thought they should have been absolutely cooked. I think everyone else did outside of Ann Arbor. But like it's not the NCAA like college football. It's just not that anymore. Like there's too much money. You can't have a postseason ban for one of the largest brands in college football. Like you can't do that these days. Maybe 5-10 years ago, before all this happened and before NIL and all that. But like they got 0 penalties. So like that's the cost of cheating and winning a national title. Again, sign me up.
I know.
Sign me up. I'll take it.
Not
but
much.
Everyone thinks they should have got absolutely hammered. And like I think everybody knew that it wasn't going to happen.
Harbaugh left.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. So he doesn't get anything.
No. No one does. And Sharon Moore gets 1 game more added to suspension, which is like they're
and they almost get to choose the games. Like it's not
and he's not coaching against like East Boga Community College or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Right? Like so, I think everyone knew that they weren't going to get punished. I think everyone knew that it wasn't going to be anything more than a slap on the wrist. But I think everyone was like that one. It was 99% sure it wasn't going to be anything significant. But like that 1% you held on to for like a long time. And I thought like that they were going to get completely buried. They should have, but again, there's too much money involved with a school like that. If it was Kansas football, done.
Yeah.
Duke football, done.
Deleted.
Like Duke basketball, no way.
No, they
But like,
couldn't do it.
Penn State basketball gone off the map. But
Yep.
like Michigan football, it's one of like the top 5 brands. Like no matter how many
Yeah.
national titles they do or don't have over the last 20 years, whatever, that M is a big
They
deal.
couldn't do it.
Like
Yeah.
I've been there. It is a big deal, dude. It's as big as the logo that's on my shirt. Bama. Like, it's a huge thing. So no, you're not. They weren't going to get that, but they should have. But
Yeah.
classic NCAA.
Yep. So that's the final thing I wanted to touch on for college sports. Now, we started the show off talking about fuck Pitt and fuck the Jags. Did you see the fight that happened at the preseason game between the Saints and the Jags?
No.
Ah, man. So, all right. I'll show some of it. I can't show the whole thing because my guy's pants falls down.
Oh no. When did this happen?
When the Jags and the Saints played.
Did I miss this? How did I not see this? I had to have seen this. Oh. I thought you meant between the teams.
No,
Yes.
did you see this one?
Yeah, this is a preseason fight. Look at this. Yeah, I saw this. Oof. Ooh.
He thought he could pick him up, and that just wasn't going to work. So that's the other thing that I wanted to end up bringing up. Now, I have 2 questions for you. One was on Twitter, so I said, let's end up having a discussion about it.
No, boy.
So they said, these 4 running backs, do you know where I'm going with this?
No.
Okay. These 4 running backs, all in their prime, which are you choosing? Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, or Dalvin Cook?
Oh, Le'Veon Bell, easily.
Really?
Oh, for sure. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay.
Sign me up.
So a lot of people probably already know where I'm going with this. I'm going with Todd Gurley because he had 2 amazing years, but these 4 running backs show you why the running back shelf life is so short. They have that small amount of time. They'll get rid of you, and then they'll end up getting a rookie in there, play him for 2-3 years, and that's it. The other reason why I'm saying that is Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown's careers could have been so much longer, but it wasn't even injuries really with them. I personally feel as though part of it was they were fighting for their money, so it was a partial blackball thing. Todd Gurley, they found out what the hell was up at his knee in the postseason that year, and he was just never the same. He tried to do it. They were like, the nerves in that knee are just done. Now, for Ezekiel Elliott, we were on the show, and I said Ezekiel Elliott was done the moment he called out his his coaches at that Ohio State game. And you know the game I'm talking about, Steven. In the press conference when he did that, sure, he went into the NFL, but I'll tell you, you cannot do that. Something bad's going to happen. I don't like to jinx people, but something was going to happen to him. And that was really it. He played a couple years in Dallas and then fell off. And Dalvin Cook, he really shouldn't be in this conversation. Like, he was decent, but he wasn't on like Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley's level. Le'Veon Bell was one of those Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley-esque type of players that you can put him out of the backfield and then he can get you catches too, but he was also shifty inside of the pocket. So, did you have something?
Yeah, I'm actually going through those 2, Gurley and Le'Veon, and looking at their first 5 seasons before they got, they both had different things happen, but Bell had just under 8,000 yards from scrimmage, 42 touchdowns. He had like yards from scrimmage. He had 1,200, 2,200, 600 because he got hurt, 1,800 and 1,900. 2 all-pro seasons. Gurley had a 1,200, 2,000, 1,800, and he got hurt. 3 all-pro seasons. So those 2 were heading towards
greatness.
I can't believe the Steelers only got one AFC title game out of all that. Ugh.
Yeah. That was when they had the killer bees.
And that was like prime Ben Roethlisberger too. Martavis Bryant. We had a dope defense. So embarrassing, dude.
Yeah. That was a team on that side. But we know what you guys came here for. It was definitely for the rankings that Steven has been bringing up for the past couple of weeks. I'm going to set the stage for the rankings because Fox ended up putting out their top 10 cornerbacks entering the 25 season. And this list, I had to look at it 2 to 3 times because you look and you're like, damn, all the cornerbacks we knew are not really on this list anymore. They have number 1, Pat Surtain, number 2, Derek Stingley Jr., which is wild because Ryan Clark was talking about Derek Stingley back when he was at LSU, and he finally made his way up here. Number 3, Sauce Gardner. Number 4, Trent McDuffie. Number 5, Christian Gonzalez. Number 6, I do not agree with, Marlon Humphreys. Number 7, Denzel Ward. Number 8, Devon Witherspoon. Number 9, Jalen Johnson. And then number 10, Diamondre Lenore.
Who? All those guys. What? Like, I know who they are. I know who those guys are, but like, what? Excuse me?
I know.
That is an insane list of people. That is such a new wave of names that's crazy.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and that's Fox's list.
No Jalen Ramsey.
No. That's
Wow.
Fox's list. Honorable mention is Quinyon Mitchell, J.C. Horn, and Jalen Ramsey. But my thing is, I'm looking at this list. I can see at least 2 or 3 that I'm not really keeping in this list.
That's crazy. That's a lot of interesting names, interesting choices.
Yeah. So that's the main part that I wanted to bring up on that side. We'll get into the defensive rankings. Do you want to go first or do you want me?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, we're doing 10 for anyone that doesn't know, and we can do an honorable mention if needed.
No chance. So I'm only going to discuss my top 3 because I feel like defenses we can get super off topic with this.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, we can like this, like because it's just different. Like positions, like we're talking about a whole scheme and a whole everything. So
yeah,
it's not an easy list though because again, much like quarterbacks and receivers, like there's a lot of new faces, a lot of new names. So anyway, number 10, I got the Seahawks. Okay, number 9, I got the Pats. Number 8, I got the Bills. And I feel like some of these teams have added older guys for like just the hope of that one season. And there's a lot of guys like that I've seen in the preseason. And we've said this before when we were going through our list. I think when we were going through the draft afterwards, we're like, oh shit, he's on that team.
We like said that's
interesting. The Bill like did you know Von Miller's on the
Commanders?
Did you know that?
Just chilling with Bobby Wagner.
When did that happen? I completely missed that. I was watching the game last night. I'm like, wait a minute. Von Miller?
He was just chilling.
He
got all the old heads. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, Bobby Wagner. Shout out to Bobby Wagner, dude.
Yep.
Probably one of the most underrated players of our generation. But that's 100%. Number 7, got the Texans. You know, I love secondaries, and we've already mentioned someone from that secondary.
That's insane.
Got the Lions at number 6. Got the Jets, Jets. Somehow their defense is always solid. Like, been very solid. The offense sucks, but the defense is going to be solid again this year because they're going to be on the field a lot. Just like the Bills. Just like the Bengals offense. The Jets defense is going to be on the field a ton probably. Number 4, got the Broncos. I think the Broncos are definitely like they're on like they're ascending for sure. Not quite there yet. I think Bo Nix needs one more year of like being the starter. This would be year 2 for him. I think he needs one more year, but like that defense is already solid. Pat Surtain. Love the secondary. I got number 3. I got the Eagles.
I know what number 1 is.
3, 2, and 1. I think number 2. Like I don't think you're gonna get it. I don't think you're gonna guess, but number 1, you probably will. The Eagles. I think it's just like them getting like in their own way is the only thing that's gonna stop them this season because like they know what it takes. They were just there. They just won. But like all those guys, like the pressure is off of them, right? Like they've already won the Super Bowl. I know they want to win another one. Like I'm not saying it like that, but like they already did it. They know what it takes to do it. So now they can just go play ball and like do that same thing and get back to it because they know what they got to do. Shout out to Cooper DeJean. Like he's going to be an all-pro for a while. They have 3 guys on the D line that are going to be a problem this year, and they're all second, third year guys: Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Nolan Smith. Those guys are an absolute problem. The 3 of them, and they will be hopefully for a while for that team. So they have their Reed Blankenship. another one.
Yeah.
So their defense is very solid. Number
Mhm.
two, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, I am so all in on the Steelers this year, not because I'm a fan,
I
but
thought they
because
were
I just like
one.
what they did. They've done so much this offseason that is so anti-Pittsburgh. Like
Hmm.
who they signed, like the moves that they made, it's so anti-Pittsburgh that like as a Steelers fan, I see all the clips in practice and like interviews, all that kind of stuff. Mike Tomlin, if anyone in the NFL is gonna get a group of players together, like last minute type of thing for like one season, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Like
Yep. Agreed.
he's one of those guys. And I don't know if you've seen the interviews with Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, all the guys that are new this year. They love Mike T. They already did before. They're like, this dude's easy to play for, easy to want to win for. So, like the secondary, again, they got Deshaun Elliott, Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay. I know those guys are the guys we brought in, Darius Slay and Ramsey. I know they're getting older. They're still elite players. And
Hmm.
like it seems like this is one of those seasons. Those guys come to this place like Pittsburgh, and we've seen it at other places. Gets the juices flowing, a little bit of a rejuvenation for these guys, and they want they have one. They get try and go out the bang. TJ Watt
Hmm.
got the contract settled. I mean, he's ready to go off, be healthy. That'd be great if he is. Alex Highsmith, Cam Ward's back for a 30th season. So I think Pittsburgh is going to surprise some people. Patrick Queen, another one. Like, damn, dude,
Yeah.
that's a loaded defense.
Yeah.
And
They're
I think they
34
should be
and
better than number
31.
one. What'd you say?
They're 34 and 31. Slay and
Yeah.
Ramsey.
Yeah, they're old, but like this is one of those like the fountain of youth moments, maybe. Ramsey is older than I thought. When I found out he was 31, I was shocked by that. But
Yeah.
I want to get the Ravens. I think
What the
yeah,
hell?
dude. I just think the Ravens are due for like they're due, man. Like I hate them, but like they've been close. I think Kyle Hamilton is a problem, but like they got dudes at every level, like all pro dudes at every level. I think.
Hmm.
Roquan Smith, absolute nightmare at the linebacker spot. Kyle Hamilton is like the next great thing in Washington, Baltimore, and then my guy on the D line, Dafe Owe, Penn State guy.
Hmm.
I think they got dudes at every level. I think, shout out to your boy Marlon Humphrey, right? Shout out, best hands in the league.
Insane. Insane.
Another one, and I hate that they got him because I really wanted him in Pittsburgh. Malachi Starks, safety from Georgia. He's going to pick up and learn from. He's going to be in there right away, starter. I'm really bummed that they got him because he's going to go well with Kyle Hamilton. They are like a perfect. They're going to be like freaking Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu on the same team. It's like they're both like those types of guys. So I love the secondary. They have the younger secondary. They've been together for a while. The Steelers have new faces, but I think the Steelers can be up there. I know both those one and number two are surprising, but that's how it goes. So I got Seahawks, Pats, Bills, Texans, Lions, Jets, Broncos 4, Eagles 3, Steelers 2, Ravens 1. Now I think 1, 2, and 3 can change, so that can be 1A, 1B, 1C. But that's what I'm doing. I'm sticking to it, dude.
So you made my job a hell of a lot easier because some of them are the same. Number 32 in the league, I have the Bengals. That's easy for everyone to end up saying.
Dog shit defense,
number 30. Yeah, dog shit. I don't even know why they let Joe Burrow even out there on the offensive side. Craziest thing I've seen in a long time. Number 30, I have the Ravens. So this is very surprising. But anyone that knows me knows I'm never going to put the Ravens in the top 10 because Ravens and Eagles secondary, although they're good, it's just how I am. Honorable mention, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 10, we both had the Seahawks, and I was really surprised with how that started. Number 9, I have the Lions. Don't really need to talk about them. Steven did that for me. Number 8, I have the Los Angeles Rams.
Wow.
And I have them there more so because of Sean McVay. And Sean McVay just knows how to lead a team on the offense and defensive side. So that's why I did that. They only had 13 interceptions and 7 fumble recoveries, but then they had 10 forced fumbles and 3 defensive touchdowns. So if they can keep some of that up, that'd be great. Number 7, don't need to even say this one because we both had them, Houston Texans. So number
Mhm.
6, this is another one just because of Coach Harbaugh himself. Los Angeles Chargers. I don't really know where they're going to finish. They finished 9th last year, so who knows? Number 5, they were the number 2 defense last year, but it was more so because they just had so many goddamn touchdowns. I have the Minnesota Vikings.
Mhm.
I still feel that they'll be solid. They're going to have to be solid, especially with who's at quarterback on the other side of the ball. So they're going to have to do something there. I view them in a similar position to the Jets. So I think both defenses have to step up, whether they want to or not. Number 4, because they were in the top 5 last year, the Green Bay Packers. They did have
Mhm.
17 interceptions, 14 forced fumbles, and then also 14 fumble recoveries. So they were solid. Now, here's where the crazy part is. Number 3 and 2, all we did was switch. My number 3 is the Steelers. My number 2 is
Oh,
the Eagles.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Okay.
Because of the same exact reasons as you. I just couldn't put them necessarily at the Eagles at number 1 because there's another team that I feel has continued to ascend, just like you just said. And you look at how they did last year, and they were a legit defense, and they didn't even know fully who they were, and that's the Denver Broncos.
Mm.
They had 63 sacks, 15 interceptions, 9 fumble recoveries, 12 forced fumbles, and 5 defensive touchdowns and 2 safeties in 17 games. So I'm going with them as number 1. So just rolling it off: number 1 Broncos, 2 Eagles, 3 Steelers, 4 Packers, 5 Vikings, 6 Chargers, 7 Texans, 8 Rams, 9 Lions, 10 Seahawks. One thing I do want to say is I don't believe the NFC North is actually going to have 3 teams in the top 10, but that's just how this ended up rattling out. What do you have?
I'm playing golf on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay. And it's probably gonna be the last round of the year.
Mm.
So I'm gonna try extremely hard to break my record, which is 85. I'm gonna try
Okay.
really hard to do so. I don't have any confidence in it, but I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna set the over under at. I'm gonna set the over under at 88. There's gonna be
Okay. That's solid.
so I'm gonna try really hard. I've been practicing my putting, so
Mm.
I'm gonna try very hard on that. But where's your golf game at? When was the last time you golfed?
It was June, I think. So I'm glad you brought that up because next month I'm going to Sweden. They told me we're going golfing, so that'll be the next time.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, because they were
You
like,
should
"Yeah, do you
really
want to go?"
you should really focus on that on the golf game.
Yeah, yep.
That's like a good skill to have. I took Mason to Top Golf on Saturday or Sunday. He's been begging about it for like weeks because Mia got to go for camp and he didn't get to go. Pissed. So of course we went and it's addicting, dude. Like he's got it. He loves it. Loves golf. He's got his own clubs.
Damn.
Right there. Got his own clubs. He watches golf. He loves golf. He loves like working on his game outside. Yeah, it's like you have to do it. Golf is the best. And bro, you ain't got shit else to do. You do not have kids. You do not have kids. So like you have no excuses. I think I've gone in. It'll be 11 rounds this summer, which is like the most that I've gotten in like 10 years. And it's, I mean, you don't have to be good. You just gotta you just gotta enjoy being outside. And if you don't enjoy being outside, then you're a fucking weirdo. Stop being weird.
Yeah. So it's crazy because there's so many golf courses, driving ranges, and country clubs around here too. So that's something 2 people at work, they're always like, yeah, like since March, Steven, they've been saying this, Christian, we got to get out there and do it together. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Don't worry. It's August. Like it just didn't happen yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
So couple of things I want to bring up. Number 1, our final ranking is next week. It's the running backs. That's the last one. You all can probably assume what most of our rankings are going to be. I can tell you who Steven's number 1 is if you want to know now, or you can end up waiting. Number 2, Anthony Richardson has officially lost that team because Daniel Jones is the head quarterback now. Nope. Yeah, Richardson, you might as well just,
bro. He's just not good enough to win you games.
Yeah. So rumor is out there that he might end up going to the Los Angeles Rams and Sean McVay will do something. Wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think that'll actually happen. What you got for today? So it's 2 parts. I found this interesting fact because we both grew up in this era. So anyone that remembers Young Money, it was Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne. I found out because Birdman said this when it was them three at their peak, they brought in $2 billion for Young Money,
Damn.
which I 100% believe. Now the
Yeah.
joke is someone said Drake brought in 1.9 billion of that 2 million, which it's a joke, but you can absolutely see how much money they really brought in. The funny for this week, and it's gonna circle all the way back to how we started the show with college football. And so there's a guy at work, it's our IT person, Jeff. And he's a big Ohio State fan. So every single week he's always like, yo, Christian, like, are you looking forward? Are you looking forward to the season? I said, honestly, yeah. He said, I'm so looking forward to the Ohio State Texas game. I was like, you know what? Like, me and my buddy are going to the game next week after that. So I definitely want Texas to end up winning because it's going to be hype there. And then I was saying, like, you have Arch Manning, then you have Jeremiah Smith, and then he brings up and says, you know, Christian, mind you, he's in his mid-50s. And he was like, you know, Christian, back in my day, I wasn't as good as Jeremiah Smith, but I was really close to being that good. I was a 6-foot white guy that could out jump a bunch of the different people out there. And, you know, they just didn't believe it. Like, I was a 6-foot dude jumping and catching everything. So the other part is I then would end up playing basketball and they put me on the biggest guy because I could out rebound them. And I'm in my head thinking,
what is Jeff's build right
now? He is very similar. Oh, his build is similar to your uncle that I always end up seeing.
Jeff.
Yes, exactly. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So that's just imagine that it's.
What is he talking about? What is that guy talking about? Okay. You work with some. Okay. Let's get him on. Let's get him on here. Let's bring him on next week or coming weeks. Let's talk to Jeff about it. I want to go back. I want to go back in the day and see what he was
from Ohio too.
Look, man, some of these dudes, you see them now, you wouldn't believe it, but then you bust out the film from the 1970s, 1980s, and you're like, damn, yeah, bro, you would like that. But come on, Jeff.
I told 2 of the younger dudes, they're like, yeah, you know, Jeff might have been like that. I said he played against plumbers. There's no way stop it. Like, this is what you're saying. So that's my story for this week. Next week we got the.
We didn't talk about the U40 team thing.
That's what I'm getting into next.
Let's talk about next week.
Yeah. So that's all we have for this week. Next week we're going to talk about the 40U team, how they had various different players, and it's a thing on Twitter now that a lot of people are talking about. So we're going to dive into that because it'll be 1 week closer to the NFL season. These people are doing whole pregame tapes and stuff like that, but we'll dive into it next week. We'll also talk about my trip to Baltimore.
You see homie on the sideline looking like Jamal Adams. You calling out the dude right before the kickoff?
Yes.
Yeah. And then there was the dude next to him with the visor, the orange visor. He was just trying to get some love, just trying to get a dap.
This is a U40 team.
That's crazy, bro. That's
like tackle football.
I love football, but
40.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
So that's all we got this week. Next week, we'll catch you. We out.
Peace.